What's up, he bitches and she bitzers? Is your good friend Simon DeGriff here for our next episode of Let's Play Jade Empire. And no, this episode doesn't have our good friend Matt with us. Thank God. No more of that bullshit. So, I have someone else with me.
This is Nutsack-alicious here. How's it going, y'all?
Yes, indeed. We have Nutsack-alicious. Yes, the Nutsack-alicious.
The one and only, baby.
Yeah, and if you haven't heard of Nutsack-alicious, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but you need a wake-up call at this point.
I got lots of nutsack, and it's delicious.
Indeed it is, people. Indeed it is. It's a very reliable source, coming straight from the...
Kinda gay.
Yeah, it is.
That was a little gay. Disregard. So, I don't know how much you guys know about Jade Empire. This is a great game. Get a kung fu it up. Good times.
Absolutely. Truer words were never spoken right here. So right now, what we're doing is our home basically has been torn asunder by some ragtag motherfuckers who think they're bad enough to basically destroy everything. And as you can see, the girl that just died there was the same girl we basically crippled in the sparring session. So a little fun fact right there. And if you actually do end up healing her leg and stuff like that, she doesn't. She ends up living and stuff like that. But we're not doing that, so it doesn't even matter now, does it?
It's kind of messed up how they got to burn everything down, you know? You remember that fat guy who sold you all that stuff? They burned his junk down and killed him. Isn't that messed up? That's messed up.
Yeah, they killed the fat Buddha dude with the crazy eyebrows. I'd like to see him try and fight, you know? I mean, I'm sure he was the first to go.
From what I hear, BioWare's working on his own title. It's going to be called Jade Empire. Remember that fat guy that sold you stuff?
Yeah, man. I mean, you definitely, you know, I don't want to start any rumors or anything, but I want to say he's probably a great ancestor of Porkins from Star Wars. But you know, don't quote me on that.
All the bad guys in video games have to be so sadistic.
Yeah, I know, right? You got some Grizzly Adams looking motherfucker here with some liver spots all over his face.
Wants this village cleared. Get the job done.
Jumping around in this game is pretty much essential to winning. There's the blocking and everything's really not the way to go. You just jump around a bunch, wear out people.
Yeah, exactly. Because every time you block, they do end up just using a block breaker, and it just sort of wastes time. But if you just jump around behind them and use a block breaker on them, then in the end, it's a lot more effective in battle. Especially jumping around when you have enemies with projectile weapons like the fireballs or the ice, because you don't want to get hit by the ice for damn sure. Or the freaking staff people, which I hate the most, because they're annoying as fuck. This bitch is getting rolled in the corner.
Getting wore out.
Get a double dose of pain. Now we got the big old, extremely bald, bearded fuck going on here. He uses the the shock style, like I think it's called shock dragon or something against you, which is just a paralyzing style. It doesn't hurt you at all, but it stuns you for it stuns you and makes you go slower.
I heard that that character was based off of Keanu Reeves from The Matrix.
Indeed, yes. I mean, why not? And so is Whiskers from Resident Evil, but that's a whole another story, you know.
There were so many. Everywhere.
An awkward
And fire from
little
the
shot of
skies.
Dawnstar here.
There's always so many from everywhere.
No, they came
Listen to how he exaggerates how black
There were fighters
people's
with black-
armor.
With bits you could hardly see.
How black, yes. You should hear him talk about how... no, I'm not going to say that.
Purpose,
Disregard that last statement.
except for the one. His armor so black,
So black.
like a hole in the earth,
So very black.
so deep you can't get out.
I don't know. I've never seen something that was black that I thought was more black than anything I've ever seen, but, you know, that's just me.
I mean, yeah, his armor's black, but, you know, most everything in my room is black. Like, I'm looking at a black Darth Vader here, but I wouldn't exaggerate as black as a hole in the ground or something like that. I mean, come on.
Skies and then fire from above. He organized the students, but they were overrun.
I guess you get poetic when you get beat to death.
Yeah, you sort of, when you're dying, you want to go out with someone. Remember that, I'm going to quote my friend here on how black this guy was, you know, how black his armor was. You know, heart of a poet before he died.
I was at the bus stop the other day, and this guy was so black. He was so black, like a hole in the ground.
I said that, yeah, I said that to his face, and for some reason he got offended by it. I don't know. I thought it was a compliment personally, but you know. So now we get to debate on what we're gonna do next. So while our village burns asunder, and
Check out the player character. He's like the Asian Alistair with his nice little faux hawk going on. Such a pretty boy.
yeah, you definitely need some gel or something to get that lift on the tip of your hair going. Like, someone's definitely very proud of their little hairstyle they got going on there.
That's not possible. Some
I'm gonna do some shout-outs real quick.
the Emperor's brother and head of the Imperial Army.
All right.
Master Li cannot
Well, while we talk about, we get some character
because he can't.
expansion, character depth for you know Sagacious Sue going here. But while I want to do some shout outs, you know, shout outs to some awesome YouTube characters, YouTube personalities. Shout out to Billy MC, you know. If you haven't seen Billy, then, you know, you haven't lived, really.
Yeah. Yeah, Billy MC, you're Mick Great, buddy. Keep it going.
Keep on rocking the Necropolis, Billy. Another shout out, Silent Rob, the pimpest dude to ever pick up an NES controller.
Yeah. That bitch has got a lovely place in my heart.
Shout out to the irate gamer. No, not really. That guy is a dick. He can go fuck himself. Anyways,
Yeah, fuck off, irate gamer. Go buy a Kia and drive it off a cliff, faggot.
yeah, you know, maybe you should try giving the Game Genie a rest, you know, I don't know. But last, but certainly not least, RMake 21, context sensitive, waste zero time, Marcus Sparaccio, whatever you want to call him. That dude, he's an angry motherfucker, but goddamn, he knows his shit.
And one more there. Let's just give a shout out to old Lord Cat out there. We love you, buddy. Keep it going until we win.
You are the boss. Don't let no one tell you different.
You know a lot. We will have to talk about the source of that knowledge.
Alright, so right now we're talking about, what are we talking about? We're judging Sagacious Zoo right now. Definitely pick me up.
Let's go. I don't want to be here. I want to go where I can actually make a
She doesn't ever want to be anywhere. She's always uncomfortable because there's a bunch of perverted spirits that are trying to grope her all the time. So she's got this constant feeling of creepiness all around her.
Yeah, basically some ghosts trying to cop a feel on her. The only thing that don't worry, we won't be carrying her along on our party. The only thing she really does is gets sort of uncomfortable, so when she does, you know you're about to fight some ghosts, but it's pretty useless. So we're gonna be, you can either skip these flying sessions or just skip them all and skip them, or, fly through them. I usually like to fly through them because they're fun, but, if you don't like them, then I don't care. Play this game on your own time. If you don't like it, and skip it yourself. You're in for the long haul, my friends.
Who's this hoe?
Oh, her face mask was so black. So black. The master looks like he's silently judging you with that picture right there. I don't know.
What's he thinking about,
Alright, so we're flying through all these, we're shooting all these, what are they called? I think they're called the mosquitoes, the planes or whatever. Just thousands of them, just buzzing them down, just shooting them down.
Do you get anything special for killing them all?
You don't really get anything right now, but eventually you will get these later on optional that you unlock. Like you see the Radiant Aura I have there. You unlock different powers and stuff like that, and then you get when you get a certain character in your party, he gets a whole side mission, and you do a lot of these missions, and you find a secret area, and you get a lot of like power-ups and stuff like that. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I think you get money and experience out of it too, don't you?
Yeah, you get money, experience, and also like a lot of upgrades for your health and spirit and stuff like that. And that's one of the demons right there. One of the, the horse demon, I think. I like the design of them, but they're also really annoying to fight because every time you hit them, you get caught on fire, and it's constant health drainage when you fight them.
So what happens to horses who try to bite people's wieners? They go to eternal hell and burn.
Yes, they adopt fire manes, and their faces turn into skulls, and it's not pretty. I'm not gonna lie. They gotta do the stay on target, Brian, for this.
We're gonna have a problem here, I have a feeling.
Nah, we're just cruising here. Oh wait, something snapped.
What was that? Oh.
Oh no. The controls.
Stay on target.
It's too much.
Stay on target.
I can't handle it.
Stay on target.
I'm just trying to channel Porkins here. No. No. Oh, my head.
That was quite the crash.
I think Dawnstar's gonna feel uncomfortable again.
I agree.
We all survived unharmed.
Those Sagacious Zoo's eyes are very strained right now. You can tell the way he's holding them.
I'm okay too. A little shaken up is all.
We were lucky.
I don't believe I was asking you how you felt, Dawnstar.
You can't navigate the skies without them.
Looks like Sagacious Zoo's been working at a tannery or something. His hands just They're all
So
dark.
we're going to find a wind map of this region.
Maybe he crushed up henna for a living or something. I don't know.
Sort of looks like he got that crappy, that tanning spray that people get when they think, they spray it all over them or rub it all over them, think they're super tan, but they look like Oompa Loompas afterwards.
Rare, even in the Imperial City. Out here, they're all but unknown.
Gao and his pirates used flyers to attack Two Rivers, and the Lotus assassins who took Master Lee had them too. Somebody around here must know something about them.
Of course they would. This game would be very boring if they didn't, now wouldn't it? This is where the game ends, actually, incidentally.
Yeah, this is where EA would have had the game end right here. They'd just been like, okay,
Your Master Lee
that's
is
it.
farther away
No,
from us.
nothing can be
We're
done.
near Jade's landing.
Let's just call up
Maybe someone there knows where we can
Buzz Aldrin or whatever and get him to do a voiceover. We're done.
for a clearing suitable for a camp.
Yeah, and then at the end, we'll get an option. We can either save Master Lee, destroy Master Lee, or we can metamorph with Master Lee to become the ultimate warrior.
And beyond a large marker stone. Look for the giant rock with a painting of a fish on it, and you'll know you're heading in the right direction.
Speaking of the Ultimate Warrior, wouldn't this game have been great for some wrestling cameos, Maybe just throw
This place is
throw somebody in there,
something bad happened
Macho
here.
Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, get some Macho Man in there.
Crashed our flyer.
Maybe some Ric Flair up in there, just you're walking through the dark forest about to fight the
Hurry, there has to be
fox
something
demon and
camping there.
woo!
Maybe some, the French tickler, of course. Alright, we're on the next chapter. Oh yeah, you walking around in the forest, you just hear some, oh yeah! You're like, where does that come from? You just turn around and you see nothing. He just comes out of nowhere. But this is the chapter we will be getting a new power, a new magic technique. We will, so yeah.
Yeah, I never read any of the chapters or books or anything. I think I started to read one of them the first time and got, after about 2 paragraphs, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
this game has dialogue, right?
Yeah. Yeah, same here. Like I'll read about it like about the backstory, like about the Great Flood and like the old tongue, the other language they speak, but other than that, I don't care about the bureaucracy and all that stuff. See what I mean about these ice shooting motherfuckers? I couldn't even get a full on flip and they freeze me, and then they freeze me again, those pieces of shit. God damn it. Bullshit.
Yeah, they'll do that with the fire too, where they just hold you there.
Yeah, man, they'll just keep on spamming the fireballs, knocking your ass over. You can't do anything. At least the staff users, you can jump around them and shit. The fire users, you can, they have to sort of, with their second attack, it's sort of slow, so you can evade it easier. But the ice attack is a lot harder to dodge. And it homes on you.
The hardest guys for me were the like the black ghost-looking guys that look like they're out of Scream or something. Those guys will just wear you out. There's a couple points where there's a lot of them in the Imperial Graveyard. This is so hard.
I'm with you. Yeah, those are the most annoying guys. Like, you can't use weapons against them. They're immune, and you can only use your martial style on them. And every time you hit them, no, they shoot these homing missiles at you that take off like a quarter of your health every time, and it refills their health in turn. So, it's freaking annoying as shit.
These flashbacks are real nice. I always liked them in this game. They always sort of develop more on the mystery of things while giving you little tidbits to lead you on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very much so. It's a lot better than having, Commander Shepard go to sleep and chase a boy 4 times in a row with super slow animation and eating up about 15 minutes. We're like, God, end, please.
I kind of like those things because it was like a metaphor for not being able to save everyone and not being able to control everything. But Yeah, then the ending happened, and I lost all faith in that whole game. So whatever.
Not so much me. I didn't mind the ending, but after I stupidly, retardedly, some freaking curiosity got the better of me. I went online to look up some videos on the Old Republic and saw some shit on what they did with the Revan backstory. After that, like, you know, BioWare was it still is, but they're hanging on by a thread, my favorite game development company. But after that, it just took a serious blow. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't played the Old Republic, they just totally, like, basically ruined everything the first two KOTORs set into motion, with Revan surviving 300 years magically, and basically everything you did sorta in the first two games not having anything to do with anything.
Yeah, you kind of reduces the outcast and Revan into just sort of some other Jedis, you know? Not really the powerhouses and significance they had in the plot lines or whatever. If you haven't seen it, I would hold on, because now Disney's probably, I would assume they're going to try to make KOTOR 3. They got to get that money. So I'd assume they would be trying to do that in the next few years. If you don't hear anything about it, go ahead, check those vids out, and have a couple games ruined for yourself.
Yeah, really, yeah. Yeah. Well, at least, you know, I trust Disney more than I trust EA with that. So, I mean, you know. Or at least LucasArts.
If I was them, I would go with Obsidian. They're the only ones left that seem to really give a damn.
Yeah. I mean, they did do, you know, Fallout New Vegas, which is worlds better than Fallout 3, in my opinion. At least not as glitchy, anyways. And the story's not half retarded. Well, not retarded, but the story's a lot better, anyways.
Yeah, that's probably my number one RPG right there, this gen at least. So if you haven't played any of the expansions, I would skip I forgot the name of it, but the one that's in Utah. Skip that one, but all the other ones are really good.
Like Dead Money and stuff.
Dead Money is great, and Old World Blues is great. Lonesome Road it's okay. It's not as good as the other two.
Sort of take it or leave it.
And the Utah one, yeah, I was less than impressed. The environment's nice, but I didn't really like the story. You couldn't kill the Christians. Why can't I kill the Christians?
No blasphemy in our games. You can have the dudes that worship nuclear bombs, but you can't kill Christians.
Well, you could kill them, but it just ended all the storylines if you did.
Well, it was probably worth it in the end. But yeah, we did end up getting like the game of the year with all the DLC, which is, you know, the way to go when you want that, if you want to play that game.
And Gao the Greater sought to profit from it. My retribution will end with them, but it will begin with you.
Alright, so we're fighting some mystery ninja woman here with super, not as black, you know, outline, not as black clothing as Death's Hand, but, you know, still vaguely black.
It's black. It's just, you know, it's not as black as a hole in the ground. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe black is like a black sheep, or maybe black is the night sky, a moonless sky, or a moonless night or something.
But the night sky's still got a few stars, you know, so it's not super black. It's just, you know, black, you know.
Exactly.
The way you seems odd. A flaw I cannot see, perhaps? But you are better than I expected. You might even beat me if I allowed such insolence. You are too skilled to be just a hireling. Death's Hand would view such ability outside his assassins as dangerous. And Gao the Greater prefers his servants docile.
Can't wait to fuck up some Gal the Greater, you know, because his son was obviously such a match. He's definitely he's gotta be a lot better than Gal the Lesser, right? I mean, come on.
I always wondered, like, if an Asian person plays this game, do they find it kind of like racist or weird? You know,
Seeing the power he wields.
I don't know.
A traitor
There,
fools.
when you watch Asian movies about America or something, there's always this tinge of like you feel kind of objectified or something.
Find your way to the Imperial City.
I just wonder if that's how
Citizens can come and go as they please.
I'd assume Chinese people
Travel routes
would
by
feel
land
about
and
this.
water.
That's really where this is.
Wind maps and flyers to further their goals.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's sort of hard to
Perhaps.
put yourself in that shoes, but yeah, exactly, that does make
I
sense.
wish you could, but you will need far more than that to survive. Farewell.
I bet Asians were really offended if they ever saw Ichi the Killer, if anyone knows that movie.
That movie's awesome.
Yeah, dudes.
If you're a sadist or a masochist and you like
Dudes cutting off their tongues.
fantasy movies, I guess, then that's the way to go. Even if you're just interested in concepts of
Intruders will be
sadomasochism, then it's a very good movie.
have orders from Death's Hand himself. Peasant. All intruders die.
Longsword.
Alright, so we gotta kill these annoying motherfuckers which are a hell of a lot easier than the ghosts, but are annoying in themselves because they use the staffs.
Why didn't you go with the staff?
I like using the staff, but the guy I choose. I like using the sword with this guy and the staff with the more magic user, Monk Zhang, the other created character. Which the staff is I prefer because it's faster, and once you upgrade it all the way, it's almost as strong as the sword.
I tried to talk him into being the spirit monk since, you know, it's the extra character on here, but he wanted to be Asian Alistair.
I know. I just wanted. I thought this guy fits being evil better personally. Like such as this, kill this poor farmer dude. Because why the fuck not? I mean, you know. You know, if he's too weak to you know, yeah, we'll just beat him into this corner right here.
It's cold-blooded.
Hey, you know, this is how the real world works, motherfuckers. But yeah, I just picked this guy because he's I think he looks better for an evil character, and plus I don't see, like, not a lot of people like to play this game evil for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, but just imagine it, like, there's a monk or whatever, you just assume he's a good guy, but then he's beating farmers to death and doing all sorts of terrible things, you know? It'd be awesome.
That would be pretty tight. Just be like, hey, how's it going, Mr. Monk, sir? Please don't hurt me. I'm just a farmer. And then he just beats you down with his walking stick. See that guy on the screen right there? That's the best guy to use when you use the white demon style, the strongest style, because he's like the strongest at physical attacks, but the worst with magic. So you know, that's the character I actually used when I did a full-on run. When I only used transformation styles, which is an awesome way to play the game.
One thing about this game is you always end up starting too many styles and never being able to really bring them to fruition. So if you've never played this before and you're thinking about playing it, I would limit your styles that you want to max out pretty early. 3 or 4 is really all you're going to get. And if you do other styles, just know that you're not going to make it all the way there. Just do it for the fun of it.
Yeah, because I always pick 4 styles, your 4 main styles. I've tried 5, but it maxes you out. Alright, well, this will end this episode. Thank you all for watching this episode of Jade Empire.